Hi all. Thanks for coming back. I really mean it. I'm seriously I so much mean. Thanks for coming back here because it really it helps me. It is the catharsis here. It's like this quarantine thing. It was kind of I don't know about you guys. It makes me a little crazy. Uh, er, and so I it helps to have your digital friends and or just be able to talk to you all and talk with folks. And if you leave comments or just talk to me directly, then I get to hear what you think too. And so that's wonderful. If you want to leave comments or just hear from me directly. Anyway, let me be honest. Tell you what happened here. I'm going to get rid of this thing because it's glowing too brightly. Um, this will be the second time I've done the beginning of this thing. This is going to be a musical topic. So what I thought I'd do, I was just farting around with this thing, which drives me crazy. I battle it all the time. So let me show it to you. So there's the note that I was going after. It's all green, no attack problem or anything. That thing up there is nothing, and it's a D sharp 3, like it says in the corner. Right, that's the note I was going after, and I hit the whole thing. And that's not really that big of an accomplishment to be able to sing one note accurately for 8 seconds, I realize. But I forget that it came up in a song, and I was like, it's not sounding right to my ears. I didn't have that thing handy, but I had Reaper running, and it just wasn't sounding right. I thought, I need that D sharp 3, so I'm just going to get it. But anyway, I thought I'd do a music thing. That was my lead in, just that little silly thing there, because I've done now, whether I've released them or whether they're still in the can. I'm not sure if I've edited them or put them up on public, YouTube. But at least I've done topics of cars trying to kill me several times, brake failures, and embarrassing high school stories, and blind dates, and entitled beautiful women. Not all, but some, and ice hockey stories, and skiing in Austria. Right, I did that. I don't doubt that I released it yet, but because I got a bunch of them in the can. But I haven't done anything on music, I don't think. And as you can maybe tell behind me, I'm sometimes involved in music a little bit. If nothing else, just listening to it on streaming on Next Music, which has now become Sessions, or my friends put up YouTube videos, covers, originals, collaborations, all kinds of stuff like that in YouTube, regardless of any streaming things. And there's plenty of streaming things going on. So, so I think I was going to say that if I am anything, I'm honest. And so here's what happened honestly. That's really my only positive feature, perhaps, is honesty. It's not talented at music, no. So what happened was I went to put that iPad down, and I hit the nuclear self-destruct or something on my computer keyboard, and killed the camera and everything. And so I'm like, crap. So I have to start it over. So I could have edited it together, but it does sound like too much work, and as I'm finding out, I'm really pretty lazy. And that's the thing. See, I have all these musical friends that are just so they're 100 times more talented than I am, and then they work 200 times harder. They're so driven. And it turns out you have to practice and rehearse and train at these kinds of things, And I played 7 years of varsity tennis. That's a lot of practice in there. I've got all kinds of training, in marksmanship and firearms and hand-to-hand and edged weapons and just tons of training. I train all the time and practice all the time in some things, but not music. I don't, and I should. So one musical friend of mine, and sometimes I'm never quite sure whether it's a shout-out or I'm ratting them out. Depends on whether they want to be involved in this foolishness or not. And I'm never quite sure sometimes unless I get to check with them first. So usually I err on the side of privacy, so I don't mention them just yet. But anyway, a musical friend of mine said, "Well, let me help you with something. What do you want to learn? What do you want to be better at?" And I'm like, everything. You could teach me anything. You're better. You're 100 times better than me at everything. So, but I said, we got to start somewhere. So let's eliminate keys. Let's forget about teaching me something about keys, And let's go into vocals. So then in vocals, let's start at the beginning. Warm-ups. Oh, let me pause. Put a pin in this, please. I'm sorry. I don't do my usual startup thing. Background music. This is Dire Straits' Why Worry? Yeah. And I put some Easter eggs up for some people if they're here. Hope they get a kick out of them. Or maybe other people will just wonder, what the heck? And, okay, so, yeah, so warm-ups. Yeah, because I do some warm-ups, but I probably do them wrong, and I don't do them long enough. And, you know, I have a handful of songs in my set list, if you will, and I'm working on Drops of Jupiter right now. And, you know, I want to get to it, right? So I don't spend enough time warming up, and I probably don't do it right anyway, but mostly I don't spend enough time. You know, I want to get going. So, you know, I'm jumping into the song and I'm not warmed up. So then I record it on Reaper and play it back, and it doesn't sound great. It sounds okay, but could be better. So turns out, I think after hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years of you know, experimentation, we have learned that if you practice something, you get better at it, and if you don't practice it, you don't get any better at it. So I think we've got that figured out. I should learn that lesson. So anyway, now I've got some warm-ups, but this is a funny thing. It turns out it doesn't help you just to have the emails in your inbox, you know? No, you have to actually, you know, use them, process them, read them, do them. Then you're better. But not just having the emails set in your inbox doesn't help. That's nice to have a place to start and something to work on. You know, especially like I say, when we got time on our hands. It seems like during the lockdowns and stuff. I'm wondering if that background music's a little too loud. Let me give that a little touch here, just. As I've complained before, I hate these are good clip speakers, monitors, but the volume control is just too small, and I can't make little changes without messing it up. So anyway, that may not have changed it at all. Okay, so do want to give a shout out to my friend Rebecca Monroy. She has her second original. The video came out a few days ago. 6 months later is the song. It's the song. The audio has been out, as they say, on all digital platforms for a couple weeks, I think. But the video came out just a few days ago, and I wouldn't even you know, say this out loud, except that it was public. I'm pretty sure all 3 times, the first 3 days that it was out, I heard from her publicly in her streams. Where's my comment, Keith? I keep looking for it, and I don't see your comment. I want you to write a comment. You know, do it, and not do it. You know, she's like, please. You know, are you going to write your comment? How about tomorrow? How about tonight? You know, when are you going to do it? I want your comment, please. And I'm like, oh, I'm trying. I really, you know, but I want to do a good job. And I've got the colonoscopy and an upper endoscopy, and I'm unconscious for half the day with anesthesia, and cars are blowing up on me, and got a zombie apocalypse. And I'm trying to keep my mom stocked up with, you know, supplies and stuff, and it's just a madhouse. So it's hard. But I did get to it. I did get it done, and she was wonderful. She wrote a long, you know, she loved it and was very, very sweet and very appreciative of it. So it was really heartwarming, you know, to be validated, you know, be like that for the effort that I put into the comment, because I did watch the video like 3 times, and then I wrote, you know, I thought a good comment, and then I edited it, you know, to make it read well, and you know, so I put some effort into it, and it was well valued, you know, plenty well valued. So that was nice. That was really nice. And then how I'm keeping this segue going is that what YouTube does, you know, after I got done watching the video, YouTube suggests. Let me do one thing here. There. YouTube suggests other videos, right? And it throws up this video of. Let me flash that. Yeah. I thought he was just the star of Supernatural, and I only have 4 of these metal paintings. Turns out he's quite a good singer. Everybody else probably knows his name but me. You know, I'm probably get this piece of paper. I'm going, Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift. Does that sound like anybody? You know, and you're all going, what is wrong with you? So anyway, his name is Jensen Ackles, right? Everybody knows him but me, probably. I didn't know his name, and I didn't know he could sing. I thought he was an actor. Well, he is an actor in that show, but he's quite a singer. And anyway, the point of this YouTube video was his range, G2 to a D sharp 5, and they proceed to show you him singing in different venues, different songs. He's doing Night Ranger songs. He's doing Kansas, Carry On. He's doing all kinds of different songs. And Seven Bridges Road. That was a really bad bump. I'm sorry. And he and then they're showing you up in the corner. They're showing you the note that he's doing. And oh, hey, computer, don't there. Sorry. Move that mouse once in a while, apparently. They're showing the notes, and again, being honest, I don't have much skill at playing keys, and I don't have much skill at vocals, but my ears work, and so you play a note you hit a note on the piano, and I'll tell you that's a C3. That's a whatever, D sharp 4. Yep, that's it, and it is. That's what it is. So, I'm listening, and I'm like, yeah, that is that note, and that is that note, and then they're just working their way up through the second, third, fourth octave, and then they get them to D sharp 5. And this one particular, I can't remember what the song was, and I'm like, son of a gun, he really can sing. So, there he is there, and he's very good at singing. I'm sorry, at least I'm trying to keep it short. I've got some other ones in the can that maybe are good or better. If this one is boring, please give me another chance or two before you give up on me. My good friend, great friend, Deanna Petku, has said more than one occasion that she's like, your life is like a movie sometimes, and I'm like, yeah, it is really. So, I'll have plenty more stories. But the question is whether you believe me or whether you just think I'm reading from a novel, an action movie novel, a screenplay, or a spy novel, or whatever. Or did this really happen to you? You've probably wondered that already about some stuff that I've already put up. But no, they really did happen. They're hard to prove, but it's a question whether you believe me or not. But anyway. Hopefully the stories are entertaining, and I will work on some more besides embarrassing things that happened in high school. I guess when I tell stories about making me look bad, those are easy to believe. When I look like I should have a cape on and flying through the city, saving and crime fighting, then that's harder to believe, I suppose. I guess I covered what I wanted to hear, and music stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of music stuff going on. Next music is splitting off into sessions for the music part. So that's, got to figure that out. And they're adding new people. Some very talented, some not so much. And but there's a lot going on there, and it can keep you really busy, and just listening to really talented people, and making friends, and the friends you already have, you spend time with, the streamers I'm talking about, and then you end up making friends with the people that are also watching, and then they're watching the next stream and the next stream, and you see them all the time, and you become friends with them, and they know about you, and they're like, hey, how's your car, or how's your health, or different things. So it's nice. At this time that we're in with this zombie apocalypse, digital friends are great, right? Because that's the only kind of friends you can have. I mean, even my real friends, I don't get together with them. We don't play cards. We don't have Walking Dead marathons or anything. No, if I'm talking to them at all, I'm chatting with them in text or FaceTiming or something. And actually the music apps are better because they're singing live for an hour. They're really there. There's a chat window. I'm typing in the chat. They're reading my chat. They're answering my question, or they're talking back to me. The streamers I'm talking about. Plus, even there's crosstalk between the people that are there just to watch. So it's kind of a community thing. That's it has its real advantages these days. Which, of course, accuracy is a good singer. Oh, I know what I was going to say. Yeah, I had something nagging me. I was just thinking about the Eagles, Seven Bridges Road. I'm like, oh man, I'm probably going to get blocked just for saying that out loud. And then I'm thinking, oh crap, I've got the Dire Straits song playing right here. There's going to be some bot when I post this 5 seconds later that's going to have a copyright strike against it. I know it is, so that's okay. I just ignore it like I do everything else. Turns out that works out pretty well for me, you know. All these different signs, I just ignore them. and you know, life turns out about the same as if I'd actually it turns out better than if I'd have paid attention to the signs. So that's weird. You'd think the signs would be helpful, but many of them are just a nuisance, at least to me. So thank you for watching. That's what I really want to say. Thank you for being here. You're a superhero. You really are. I'll you know, leave me a comment, please, or DM me or something, and I'll send you a certificate of, you know, some sort of combat pay. No, there's really no cash prize involved, but you know, you'll get the accolades of me, at least, if not your peers, for having survived here. And if you want to leave a comment really right here, then anybody else that comes and sees the video will see that you survived the video and made it to the end, which I'm trying to make as short as I can. And we know how bad I am at that, so you won't be surprised. 17 minutes, which isn't the longest by far that I've done. So yeah, I'm shaking the table now, but that's because I'm going. It's to your benefit that I'm shaking the table now, because I'm going for the mouse and going for the stop button. So thank you so much for being here and letting me just talk about nothing in particular. And I hope to see you again. And I'll try to either come up with some better topics or release some things that I have already that will be better than this one. Maybe I'll never release this one once I see how bad it is. But thank you very much. Take care.